Hello everyone, you are now watching us live near the Tham Luang cave in Chiang Mai, and now we are being pushed by police to move to another location. So bear with us for a second, and we are now have to move very carefully because the road is really muddy. And then the football team, which the 13 members of them are believed being trapped inside a cave. And now there have been ambulances and many big truck with soldiers coming from the downside of the mountain. And it is again, we are being pushed away by local police. So we have to move. And now, as you can see, many media are gathered here, along with rescue teams and the local police. Well, according to Bangkok Post, the boys are between 11 to 16 years old from a local football team. They were led by their coach, who is also quite young, at the age of 25, to this cave after training on 23rd of June. Now, as you can see, there is a bar stop us from going into the cave. Well, earlier this morning, the Prime Minister of Thailand, Bayu, paid a visit here. That's why the security has been very tight here. It is at the moment the biggest news in Thailand, with almost the whole nation is praying for them to be found alive. Now we are trying to move downstairs to the main entrance of the national park, but again we were stopped by the security staff, so we have to come up again. So while we are waiting for maybe new rescuers coming, we will choose another route to show you a little bit more of the site. That's เลี้ยวซ้ายนะคะ เลี้ยวซ้าย As I just introduced, it is at the moment the biggest news in Thailand, with almost the whole nation is praying for the boys to be found alive. But as time goes by, as today it has entered into the 6 days of rescue, with heavy rains and not so sure when to stop and when to calm the rainfalls, the rescue work have been become urgent and complex. On Thursday, the Thai authorities said they believe members could have reached a large dry cavern and the officials were considering drilling through the mountain top to reach them. And there were also people trying many ways to talk to the people inside, letting them know that there are people here getting ready to rescue them, even though there has not yet been any response inside the cave, but people are trying. As you can see, there are some ambulance and also many media people are gathered here. Just a couple of minutes ago, there was a sudden shutdown of electricity around this area, which sort of gave some chaos to this place. But now everything seems to be back on normal. And this site is actually sort of the backyard of the rescue site, because you can see people here are mainly doing some cooking and then supporting team. And this is some local foods kao niao, which is sticky rice, and many energy drinks to provide people some energy support. But at the scene, we see some groups of rescuers are working hard, try to finish find some shafts on the mountain, and where they hope may be able to send people into the cave vertically. However, the mountain area sometimes can be very foggy, and also it has a very thick forest, so that has hindered helicopter from flying above. We had to change our planned routine for this live because we were stopped by local police and rescue staff because they say we were told there will be many rescuers coming up, so we have to give way to them, which is quite understandable. And now you can see on the road it's very, very muddy, and with the boots it can be very slippery. It is the 6th day of rescuing, and earlier this morning, Thailand Prime Minister Bayu had paid a visit right after coming back from Europe. He said that it is the very first case happened in Thailand, but they should learn the lesson and enhance administrations in all national parks in order to prevent this from happening again. And as we see, there are more ambulances coming from the direction that we wanted to go to. So far, we learned that there are rescue teams from all parts of Thailand, including the Royal Thai Navy, as well as some units from the Thai-Myanmar border, as well as local police. And also there are many international humanitarian supports from US, Myanmar, Laos, and one Chinese rescue team is on the way to Chiang Mai with robot diver and many high technologies, which we hope they will bring more support to this rescue. And we were just learned that 6 experts in cave diving will be the first batch of experts who come here from China. And then some of them have already arrived at Chiang Mai airport, and then they will travel from Chiang Mai to Chiang Rai. So we assume that they will be here around 5 or 6 local time. The US Army also arrived yesterday, but we are not sure about what equipment they've brought with them and what their plans are, because they didn't really give us the media a chance to interview them yet. Up to this moment, the main work is still trying to pump water out from the cave, as we learned that in some parts of the cave the water can be as deep as 7 meters, which is a big problem for the rescue work. Reporters who have been here from the first day told us that they have seen more water being drained out today than previous days. So I think it is a good sign. And also now it's quite sunny and hot, but it's much better than raining. So we hope the water will be drained out faster than the rain falls. And of course, the rescue work should continue. Okay, we are trying a second time to go down to the main entrance. Hope this time it works. And now, as I said, it is very muddy here, so we had to walk very carefully. So bear with us. We are moving a little bit slow. Continuous rains is one of the biggest obstacles for rescue work here, as it keeps the water level inside the cave relatively high. And some parts it can go to as deep as 7 meters. The Thai authority first sent Navy frogmen inside, but then they realized they need support from professional of cave diving people. And that's why 3 cave diving experts from the UK came the day before yesterday. And also they put 5 more pumps inside the cave to help pump water out. We were here as early as 7 o'clock in the morning, but we were not the very first batch. When we were here, there are many rescue staff, and then teams already. Sorry, we will be shout to. Okay, and then we have to go again. Okay.
นะครับบอกของความทุกคนเขาหยุดกันหมดแล้วนะครับบอกแล้วทำไมไม่หยุดล่ะครับเชิญครับล่ามรบกวนบอกด้วยนะครับ
Maybe you can hear they will be shouting at from the local staff. Maybe some general from the army, big ones, they are coming. And then we have to go up again. What we wanted to show you was a big pump outside the cave main entrance, and then we've seen a lot of water had been pumped out, so the water level inside should be decreased. We've been moving up and down for quite a few times, so if I'm a little bit out of breath, please bear with me. Now we are going up again. Earlier in the morning, we also found some relatives of the missing teenagers. And then we talked to one of them, who is not willing to be identified on TV, told us earlier that she still believes the boys are alive. But now all she can do is to pray and have faith. Obviously, the rescue team are having a race with time. They take turns to work around the clock, no matter under what weather condition. And in terms of the cave diving, it is a lot more dangerous than the open water diving because you barely have any chance to come above the water if anything emergency happens. All you can rely on is your skill and then the gas cylinder. If you ran out of gas, and then there is a very high chance you may probably have a big risk of your life. As we learned from previous interviews, there have been many rescue teams coming from different countries at the site. And also now we are expecting one rescue team from China who will be here, who have already been here, arrived here, at the Chiang Mai airport. And then hopefully they will be here in Chiang Mai as roughly about 6 or 7-ish in the afternoon. The weather today is quite hot, but as long as it is sunny with no rain, it is a good thing for the rescue. And at the side, we can see many people with different uniforms from different units, Army, Navy, and humanitarian rescue team. And of course, many media people, many reporters are here. The governor of Qinghai province, they will give us press briefing around 4 p.m. local time. So maybe later we'll probably go back to the main command center to wait for the information about the progress of the rescue. And earlier we interviewed some of the gas cylinder supplier people. They say they had been sending many gas cylinder inside, which means some of them are taking actions. So we hope that because of this good weather and then much water have been drained out, it might have some progress for the rescue work. For those who just joined us, we are now live near the Tamluang cave in Qinghai, where 30 members of a local football team, 12 of which are teenagers, are believed trapped inside. It is now entering the 6 days of the rescue work. But people are still trying their best, keep holding their hope and believe, fingers crossed, the boys will be found alive. Earlier we tried to go a little bit closer to the main entrance of the cave, but the security staff and local police stopped us. So now what we can do is to use our camera to show you a little bit about outside situation. The 12 teenagers and also their coach were reportedly missing on the 23rd of June, and the rescue work starts at around 7 p.m. that day. And now the rescue team has grown bigger and bigger, and we learned that more than 1,000 Army personnel have joined the rescue team. Well, that is in terms of Thai Army as well as Royal Thai Navy. The rescue work is actually continuously, non-stop, 24 hours, but the personnel can take turns every 10 to 12 hours. As it is the raining season now in Thailand, and it has been raining for the past couple of days, so here you can see it is very muddy, and everyone on their boots, even on their clothes, there are many mud. And also it also hindered the rescue work inside the cave because the water with mud inside make the visibility of cave diving very, very difficult, as the visibility is only about 10 to 15 centimeters. That is nearly you can't see anything. And so far, that's all the information I have at the scene. And we do keep our fingers crossed for those missing members of the football team. And we hope they will be able to make the miracle happen. Laura Lee reporting from Qinghai.